Hi, everybody. Happy Saturday. And sorry that we are running a little bit behind over here. We have had Junebug, who's behind me. She just had to have a special bath. If anybody's a dog owner, you will know. Hi, thank you for joining us today. I can see you coming in, so thank you so much. Make sure to give us a like. Make sure to hit the poll when you come in, asking whether or not Chantel will be able to get all the money in order to pay for her rent coming up. Well, the Beezers pay all of it out for her. So I appreciate you being here today. Yeah, and little Junebug, she has to get this special bath. And so kind of, I'm going to be honest. I gave her a shower in the shower with me because that's always the quickest thing to do. But yeah, happy Saturday, everybody. So Foodie Beauty, one of our favorite creators out there, has taken the time to upload and then delete another video. Hey, I'm so glad that you're here. It's in the middle of the night here. Oh, well, I appreciate you being here. Even if it's the middle of the night. Hey, make sure I hate asking like Tim. Make sure you hit the likes in order for everyone to know that we're here. I was just saying that Junebug had to get a special bath. And so we were running a little bit behind because I was like, I've got to get this done. And I was tired from streaming last night. So yeah. And we're actually going to take a look at the deleted video that Foodie Beauty had up. And I'm going to just hope and pray. StreamYard behaved very nicely last night. So I'm just going to hope and pray that it does the same for us today. So we're actually going to take a look at this deleted Just Chatting Live that was on the Looney Tubes. They kindly cut it down. We'll see how fast we can go. Maybe we'll speed it up to under 50 minutes. So she obviously was saying a lot. And begging and grifting for rent. What a shocker, but she's very relaxed and very calm looking. So yeah, she doesn't seem like she's too concerned really about making the rent. She's not really got that hustle mindset that some of the other girls. I'm not sure if Amber Lynn has quite the hustle mindset because maybe she actually has some money tucked away. But Quirky loves Rosie, if anybody watches her channel at all. She definitely has got the hustle mindset going. And Chantel kind of does because she's thinking about how she pivots to another platform. But in reality, she is upset and angry at YouTube, which is to be expected from somebody who manages to take as little of responsibility as Foodie Beauty does for any of the actions that she takes. And in fact, I called this the 12 days of Griftmas because in reality, we are just, believe it or not, everybody, 12 days away from Christmas Day. Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad. I don't know any other language. Something Noel in Bon Noel, maybe. Something in French like that. Oh no, don't come after me, French speakers. I know Noelle. That's it. She's looking like a meme from Corey Street. People think she looks like a lunch lady, but I would agree. She looks like Susan Boyle when she first went on the stage for Britain's Got Talent, but without the ability to sing. Mary Crimete, is that in German? Is that German? No, please don't come after me. Oh, God. Or is that in some other language? Oh, Lord. I'll stick to the ones I know. Feliz Navidad. Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. It's Maori. Oh, I was going to ask that, actually. Okay. Oh, well, thank you. And I'm sure I butchered the pronunciation. Kerimete. Okay. Okay, just I'm gonna leave that. I'll stick it into a pronouncer. But yes, so she came out looking like a deranged Elvis impersonator or Jay Leno impersonator. I guess she's trying. Somebody mentioned that maybe she's trying to fool the AI bot on YouTube in not recognizing her with the hijab by putting on a variety of disguise wigs and showing her au natural hairstyle. So that's potentially what Chantel has going on with her. John Goodman? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yes. Oh gosh, if anybody wants to pop in the chat who they think Chantel looks like, please share. Oh my gosh, it's I think she said she got it from a Halloween store. I think she says who it's from. All right, let's get into it because it's long. And I know that people are busy, maybe coming in and out. Maybe you're getting your house ready for Christmas or getting ready to go out and spend the night with friends. Maybe you're getting ready to donate some money to Foodie Beauty. Or maybe you're getting ready to donate a like to me and just having fun here and enjoying the ViBeMas days of Christmas. And like I said, we're just 12 days away from the Christmas Day holiday. And that's why this is the 12 days of Christmas. Because Chantel's going to have to grift hard to get money. But if she keeps deleting her content and then every other reaction channel, not mine necessarily, but much bigger channels make content around her deleted video, the only people making money is Chantel. Now, I don't know. I think that potentially she would get the super chats, but she's not supposed to be on this other channel anyway. She's already violating terms of service, which is not unsurprising for an individual who is extremely defiant. I wanted to thank the Looney Tubes for having, like I said, this is in the description box down below. All right, take it away. They're not going to make me smaller.
Yeah. I'm going to go on Twitch too. No, this is not the Dee wig. That one was yellow. It is itchy. But it matches this shirt. Mother Bees, Blob Ross. Good to see your whole face. The toupee. Oh, Charlotte Strawberries.
Oh, lovely. Oh,
it's lovely. A Karen wig, so I got to complain all day then. BG13. She's sleeping on my jacket. I'm gonna call her Tinker Stink. Tinkerbell.
I know.
Smell.
I know.
I'm gonna call you Fuego.
I know. She is 95% better looking than any other YouTuber on the platform. And everyone is just a jealous, petty hater for everything that she has. And I have said that I do believe that she has some money tucked away. Even though she's had to, I don't think everyone talks about the fact that she lived rent-free in Syria, but she had to rent Salah. And so I wonder how much the price to rent him was every month. And so I don't think it was free rent necessarily. And maybe that came along with renting Salah, came with renting the space that she was in, but when she was in Kuwait, she definitely was having to pay for that apartment that she and Salah supposedly share, or her apartment, and then the one that we surmise that Salah had below her, because they seem like they were two different departments, furnished the same way, was the conspiracy theory. Isn't there a way if you wear, is this supposed to be like a Judy Garland wig? When she's like at the end of her time, about this age, but Judy was obviously thinner, but Judy Garland, when she was all hopped up on pills and alcohol and singing in London and performing Over the Rainbow, somewhere over the rainbow. I don't think it's a good look, Chantal.
Hey, Scrape. You think I could sell my hair trimmings? So, yes. Imagine, ma'am, we'll give you 38 cents.
Yeah, she is far too tall, Mrs. Morita, to have no dollar. And so if you want to drop any, I think I have a computer emoji, any members, in order to try to investigate How much money is, I'm sure there has to be a channel that's calculated this, that's far more into the Chantel law than I ever am currently, and actually calculated how much roughly, because we'll never quite know, throughout 2025, did Chantel raise just from the scams, allegedly for education, entertainment purposes only, scams that she initiated through the platform, between the Sessa live stream, the raising money for Bruce the cat, the raising money to get her back to Canada, raising money to get her stuff into this apartment, whatever. I'm just curious, after all the things that she has said that she's desperately needed money for, how much has that grift, because it's a grift, raised for her, and in order to keep, obviously, maybe Salah and his family, or whatever it was. Whatever she was coming with, it wasn't enough to keep his family wanting to keep her around in Syria, and any more possible repercussions, such as they had experienced in Kuwait. Salah was running out of countries that he could go and live in after Foodie Beauty had done a FAFO moment. I'm just curious.
I want to have a friggin' cheese string, but I can't eat. I look 70.
Yeah, I wonder if she's tallied it. I'd love to know.
Oh, it's the hot sauce one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, look at her freaking out already.
Hysterical.
So these that you guys make fun of, you get yourself food, but you can only get her from Dollar Tree. Okay? So she loves these. So now I always go,
okay, dry bag. That's what we call a dry bag. I'm going to bring up Judge Joe Mathis in a minute for anybody who's not seen that clip, because she is definitely dry bagging here. Keep going, Chantel. I'm going to upload that video. Keep going, girl.
Your fuego. Nailed it. Look at her. She's looking to pounce. Sir Pounce. Oh, here she is. Look. You wanna play?
No. Hold on. Was it supposed to just hold on? Was it just supposed to pop up like that, guys? Hold on. Let me add Foodie back to the stage. Let me add these. Oh, every time I add him to the stage, they're just gonna play. So I'm just gonna let it play, guys.
Wish I could have that dry bacon. Well, I mean, how is you know what that is. Well, all right, what it is, what it is. Yeah, somebody with you who has a couple dollars and you looking at something you want. I wish I had. I wish I had this. And you look up the side of your head. Okay. Go ahead. So you drive back there and what happened?
Yeah, exactly. And the Beezers always buy it. And she's dry begging for stuff for the cats. This is Chantel, 12 days of Griftmas. It's going to be a hard grift up until Christmas to try to get people for the holiday seasons. Because, of course, none of the Beezers have their own families to pay for. No. All right, keep going, Chantel.
I look like Elvis Presley.
That's what I said.
Oh, that's a nice baby. Go get it. Go. Dan Connor from Roseanne. You know I can't be found sitting here all alone. I look like a hot 90s dad. Dan Connor looks like S-Jam. I'll see you in 3 months. What have you been eating? You gained 20 pounds in this.
This person believes that they're worth. It's good to have a laugh. It's good to be funny. Obviously, all of us should have a laugh and be funny. But she really doesn't seem to be taking anything badly. And I want to think, isn't this the day that she went to therapy? Wasn't this recorded on Friday? And if I remember the one stream that we had watched before my StreamYard just went out of control, is that she was had just been to the medical like renewal office in Canada and had been able to get her access to her medical benefits again renewed. And then on Friday, she said she had a therapy appointment. And so and she was going to sleep that night. And I'm just shocked that this is is this the result of the night of is this the result of the therapeutic session? I just she doesn't mention it, I don't believe. So I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. I mean, I just, surprised she's not more concerned since she does have a very expensive lifestyle. I think trying to assume that her audience is going to be able to spend $1,000, which I understand is what she asked for people to come and have dinner with her, where you would be paying $1,000 probably for somebody who is expecting you to bring the food, and he's probably going to pass out on an edible. So, and probably have it streaming. I just don't think it's going to be a good deal. $1,000, you get a place to stay. I mean, I don't think I would. The only person I think who'd be willing to pay $1,000 to spend the evening with Chantel is FFG.
You don't need to be eating cooking. Yes, I submitted my appeal. Speaking of Dee Dee, yes, the swordfish did email me yesterday, either today or yesterday.
Okay.
What is this now? Job alerts. Yeah. So I don't know if it's a troll or the email said.
So her talking about therapy is probably a way to get her concerned community members to feel that if they did send her money, she's going to be, taking care of her issues. Because, they dare they be thinking that they're funding an addict over here.
What did it say? It was like one line, not even a sentence. I have to go check. It was like broken English, so I don't remember. It was like, what happened where, or something stupid. He needs views. I don't even think he's out of jail. Show us the email as proof. I can. Yeah. Where's your fuego?
Pathological.
Give me fuego. Oh, I have fuego. Aww. Okay, so I have to do some Twitch streams soon. Maybe tomorrow I'll set up a schedule. I have to do 1 hour 1 hour streams, I think, so I can only do 1 hour right now anyway. And hey, don't take my fuego. Did you take fuego? That's why I'm saying, Lucy, if he's in jail, then it's a troll. You look like little Debbie. Anyways, guys, 2 viewers. You look like Jay Leno. You look unemployed. John Candy. No, we're not going for a walk. And if you ask me again, I'm going to block you. I'm joking. Ace Ventura. Dan Connor. Teardrop. Wig review? I give this one a -50. Fuego!
I don't know why her audience assumes she can manage a camera and manage her footing all at the same time. She needs to be concentrating. She can't filming stuff, She already gets out of breath for walking 4 steps to the kitchen counter and back.
Anyways, guys, just relaxing because why is everyone making her go for a walk? It's freezing. Throw a cat toy for 3 hours. Blame it on her. Blame it on Stinkerbell. And on BG13. She loves this fuego thing. Hey, Stinkerbell, you smell. If you want her to go for a walk, 150. Well, yeah, it's freezing here too. I'm not going for a walk.
I think Salah is gone with no money. If she doesn't have money to pay for his presence, he's going to be gone and on to the next person. There's no reason to stick around for this if she doesn't have money in hand. And I think she's alluded to maybe his being $1,700 to $1,800 a month. I mean, he had the car and all that other stuff in Kuwait, apologies. And I don't know. I mean, did they just stop paying on the car? Did it get so? We have no idea what happened to any of those items that had been in the home when she cleared out. Did he sell them? Did he get some money for them so that he got more money in hand? Because definitely never going to worry. But I have a feeling that this is the sort of person that he doesn't care two hoots about what happens to her. If she's not paying the ticket price for his attention, he is gone out the picture. If she gets monetized or gets anything back of that nature again, he'll be back in the picture. But until then, he'll be gone. And then the natter with the email, who knows? That could be somebody trying to bait her for money.
Walk in this. No, we just have to hang out like we always did for like 5 years.
Sammy, hey, good afternoon.
Have you guys been asking me to go for a walk for like 5
Hi.
years? Yeah. So, what are the rules on Twitch? Does anyone know by heart? I hope you can get things figured out so you can keep a home. Thank you. That is very
Teardrop or Tracy. They are both fascinating characters.
nice of you to say. I appreciate that because some people don't care. They would like to see me on the streets. She's not wild. She's a kitten. A wild kitten. 64 degrees. Poutine, like Eskimo. Why did you cut your hair? Did you see it? Okay, I see that you cut it.
I wonder if she received any of those monies or he just got the money because she cleared town. And that's money that he then used to help add to getting the home in Syria set up for himself to use to get things set up. Because that would have been a good amount of money, I would have thought, if he would have then taken it to a country like Syria. And that would have given him a nice deposit to start work on that home that the family had if it had not been really able to be fixed up in some time. So I would have seen, I'm just curious. I don't know. I haven't heard. I don't follow everything on this because obviously I got stuff that I do outside of just watching Girl World content. But I've never heard. I'm sure people know. I've just probably haven't kept up with it. How much he potentially got, and and she just wouldn't even care. She just asked the Beezers to give her more money. I mean, just oh well.
You can't eat on Twitch. Like I can't do my cooking streams on there. Would make her not stink. Yeah, I'm still Muslim.
Laughing on him.
I read they have cooking streams. You can eat and cook on Twitch. You should be able to do that here too. It's ridiculous. I don't think my mom is hosting Christmas this year. I don't know what we're.
I know, that's interesting. And Chantel likes to allude to the fact that her Beezers live in like high class luxury and that they're all well off and can afford to give her countless amounts of their time and money, which some of her main moderator, and there's tons of people who want to be a moderator on this channel. I saw it in her chat, like, let me be a mod, let me be a mod. Yeah, her chat's pretty interesting sometimes.
We're doing, but Christmas dinner for $1,000 a seat. Yes, good idea. Who wants to come eat here for $1,000? I need, I need 2,000 for my rent. I just need 2 people to eat here. Volunteer at the homeless shelter for Christmas. Maybe I could, eh? Maybe peek and
That's a way of saying, yeah, but I won't. Hey, because Chantel doesn't want to see a potential chance to see her future, like Christmas future, like for Scrooge, because she is Scrooge. So because she won't even help her Beezers with a heater. So we could literally I would love to do a chat. I don't really do AI, but a chat GPT of Chantel and fixed into the Christmas Carol and her being Ebenezer Scrooge with the Beezers and her having her, 3 visits of the ghosts with one of her, at the homeless shelter, not in a luxury apartment.
You mean like do a joint channel? I don't think that would work out. Can we move into Pete's room? Why not 10 people? Then you have enough for a few months' rent. Host to come dine with me and put.
Oh, so Teardrop is also bedbound? Oh goodness. Is this what my patients get up to in bed? Not my patients now, but back in the day. They're all on YouTube, like supporting and sending money to other people who barely can ambulate themselves. Jeez. I hope not. Gee, see, Sudie, this is why you're dangerous on the internet. You are the queen of self-harm. Keep going, go.
500 on the table each. No way. I need that money. I don't have 500 for a stupid. It's a good idea though. Will you stream on YouTube for free? Sleep on the city bus. If they can't move you, they'll leave you. I think tomorrow, this wig is so. Do you know how much this crappy wig was at Spirit Halloween? It's so expensive there. This wig was like $30. No, and whenever she had the nerve to hand me the receipt and go, no refunds. Yeah, no doubt. Because I would be returning it the very next day.
$30 for that? Well, Chantel, if you have $30 for that monstrosity on your head, girl, you have no business asking anybody for any source of money. I'm sorry. That's you're just better off doing your Grey Gardens, that girl Edie, where she just did the scarf on her head. You're just better doing that. You're just better doing a scarf on the head with it tied at the back or something. Just pick something, classy looking. That is not it, girl. You could $30, you could have bought a nice silk scarf and had done something like that made you look like a Bouvier. Instead of whatever the hell beaver this is from, like a rejected Canadian beaver.
Actually, they're smart to close up shop the next day. You might have to do some other content. Like what? $3. $30. It's just a man's wig. Take off the wig for $500. All right. Send it over. Yeah, if someone sends $500, I'll send them this too. Vlogs of Jim Bees, stuff that doesn't violate. Yeah, I can do vlogs. I mean,
oh God,
I didn't know that I'm not allowed to eat as a human.
Wig. I don't know what man would want to wear that. You would have been better off with a classy scarf, not the hijab look, girl. I'm talking not the faux religious look, because it's all pretend. You know it is. It's a way to signal to Salah you got money again. You need to get do it, like I said, like 70s disco style. Like you're going to Studio 54. Bring back that look. Put a nice pin in it, do something. Jazz, color. You got to do something. This is not even a good Liza Minnelli.
But whatever. Wear the wig for her, yeah. I'll wear it outside for $500, imagine. My rent, Carefree, is due on the 1st of the month. So, I don't know.
Well,
it reminds me of a brown Dee Dee.
Keep it classy, Ottawa. Just like our good friend, what's his name, would say. Can't remember that. Oh, keep it classy, San Diego. You know who I'm talking about. That terrible film with
Wig, yeah.
I can't remember.
Harley Quinn. So what's the solution? What I'm eating is a lot of the time is a normal. What is normal? Are you thinking there's going to be somebody at YouTube with a measuring cup? Okay, make sure she only eats 1 cup of rice, or we have to do.
Well, Foodie just lost her monetization on her other primary YouTube channel because she does self-harm eating content and takes edibles that are a controlled substance here in the United States, but are available readily in Canada. And then she expects people to, she then just dry begs her way to, wanting people to monetarily support her now loss of YouTube income. But it's a whole thing. She's been here for a while. Catch her at the end of it. But she's like maybe getting some actual repercussions for 7 years of bad behavior.
Monetize her video.
Catch her up with the cat, everybody.
I look like the kid that bullied Pete in high school.
Come on in.
How about I sue YouTube for money? How about that? For not being allowed to eat on camera. Or they're allowed to make the rules, right?
If you wait till the end, you'll see.
Because it's their business. It's not a job. I look like the kid that bullied Pete in high school. Wait, his hair was more like this there? I think his name was Devin. He was coming out of class and he's like, oh, look at that genius. Oh, wait, I have a new profile pic for you.
I think they voted it to be legal in Virginia, but they still haven't had a way to sell it. It's probably going to potentially change because we've got a Democratic leadership coming in soon, but when we had the current leadership, they were trying to like roll back what the actual people in the state of Virginia had voted for. So anyway, you know how it goes. Look at her. She looks awesome.
Yeah, I'm never getting married. Be in my horror movie. I'll pay you $10K for 10 days of shooting, airfare, and lodging. You're trolling. I would so do it.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be a
you would.
monster.
I'll be right back.
Yes, they told me it's not the medicine. It's more like foodie. Indie film. Nobody paid for this. What are you talking about? Don't make my brown eyes blue. You're trolling. You can take baby steps. You don't have to take care of everything in one day. Yeah, I know. So everyone needs to quit nagging me. Women groups. What? No nag bees, right? You're looking at it.
We're talking about the legalization of cannabis products. I think that's a way for me to get out of YouTube getting too upset. That's a medical term.
This is the job I want to do in life. Welcome to dairy. I have a real life bestie. Bye. I don't need people in here bringing up shit from like literally 20 years ago. Oh my God, get out of here before I boot you in the ass. Hello.
Yes.
I'm starting. The way is bringing Karen energy. You know.
Oh gosh.
Will you be able to pay your rent, phone bill, all utilities on the first? You would love it if I couldn't, wouldn't you? That's why you're asking. Are you offering to pay? Is that why? Shane Dawson. This is what
Chantel, you would do. You have offered to spend. You've offered. It was $150 you wanted to be paid to go live through your PayPal. And somehow, I guess people did give you some. You said for an hour and a half and you only went live for like 30 minutes. So I guess you got $50. That's just my estimation. Then you said if you wanted people for you to shave your head, you would do that on camera for $500. You then offered people to come to your house for Christmas dinner, which, oh, what a disaster that would be. Can you imagine? She wants to charge them $1,000. It's not like they're having a catered dinner with a best chef of Ottawa there, like fixing food for the visitors. It's like literally be watching Chantel having, ate what would probably be for, who knows what, probably expect you to bring dinner, eat an edible and pass out on you. And you can pay $1,000 because she said just needs 2 people, just 2 of you so she can make her rent.
I look like if I was a guy. It's a good thing that Kokoto made bank before his
thank you, Angel of Glass.
I know,
finally
right?
made it here too.
No one's safe. Look like you, like the coworker that's been on the same position for 17 years. Hate on your neighbor. Get out of here. Another troll. You are my neighbor.
Oh no, Virginia has said yes. Virginia's an old tobacco state. Promise you. Virginia voted yes. Especially you can get up there. We have a medical cannabis shop just down the road here. So if you have it's very easy to get a medical cannabis license here in the Commonwealth. And a friend of mine was telling me about how her daughter got one. Anyway, keep going, Chantel.
It's because somebody said that they were living in this building and it was turned out to be a lie.
I know. Can you imagine, Chantel?
Uncle Buck? Want me to prove it? I can show you. Yes. Prove it. Okay, what usually plays on the TV downstairs?
I think people are always willing to help her pay with the cat. But the problem is, unless you directly send to her address and that apartment a box of wet cat food, she's going to spend that money on whatever she feels fit. She'll just use those as dangling manipulation tools to get people to feel, sorry for the cat, which people do genuinely feel sorry. I mean, she doesn't feed the cat seemingly any wet food, which is horrible for that cat's kidneys. All of those dry treats, they clearly state, not to do that. It's like she rage baits and, it's just, she's a despicable pet owner. She really is.
There we go. No, I'm wearing the wig for this live stream. Leave me alone. Hey, Tracy. Troublemaking Tracy. Right now it's showing visitors parking. And no, you don't live here. Oh. How many floors does this building have? 57 floors. Imagine.
Oh, shit.
Do I look? You look better before. Easy, beasy, beautiful. Thank you, Kitty McWow. Yes, please. If you'd like to send a super chat, all proceeds go towards rent and life. Or my PayPal. Go wave out the windows to see if they see you. Yeah, really. Haha. See, nobody can get what's on the TV usually. Oh, right. Yeah, better.
I mean, she's at least honest, but if YouTube touches you again, Chantel, all that money that you got is going to go to YouTube again. I would just be so frustrated to have been just because you know that they gave a bunch of money to help her get set up in this apartment, probably through her super chats and stuff. I mean, and all the huge amounts of money they gave to set her up in that apartment. And now she wants $2,000 a month in rent. I mean, what if and this is the quality of the content. It's even worse content than Sarasota Tim's. At least Tim, if you're a Tim watcher, at least he puts the camera up and stands up and moves. And puts out Christmas lights. She hasn't even decorated it for Christmas. She's lying there. She can't even put a piece of tinsel behind her head. Nothing. Not even a wreath. Nothing. I mean, just the bare minimum of everything. And yet she expects somehow to potentially get probably handed to her from absolute strangers because of the cost of her rug taking and her food addiction and everything else. Probably at least $6,000 a month. She just got to scare that up. And all of us who work and have regular jobs, probably, you know how easy it is just to make I guess 6,000 Canadian. I don't know what that is in the US. I think it's slightly less in the US money. But that's still a fair amount of money. Just scare up 6,000 minimum.
Send maybe to PayPal. But I should get I don't know. No, that's not, I don't get that promotion. That's a new thing. I legit looked for you at Walmart at Blair when I was there. Did you? My PayPal. Can anyone please pin that? Sorry. I'm staying single, that's for sure. Who's gonna want to marry this? That wig is itchy.
Yeah.
You need to pay rent now.
Foodie is even better than like watching Tara Reid take it down at a hotel in Chicago. Oh, I don't know. That's pretty. Oh God.
How does that song go? J.G. Wentworth did so I'll turn in the papers. He will. Is there any mods in here that know the PayPal that can just put it in the chat?
Oh yeah, let's just drop Foodie's PayPal right there in the chat. And why not? She's unemployable. You think? What do you mean she's unemployable? Wouldn't you want her working for you? Oh, if I was a charge nurse, I would totally trust her with patient care and around the controlled narcotics as well. I mean, I could just see her around all that. Like if she was taking care of any patients with pain issues, I would like to see her with a large bag of Dilaudid for a chemo patient. She would be so trusted. I would trust her for this only.
I simply asked. I said, I wish I could have this dry bacon. Well, I mean, how is that? You know what that is. Well, all right, what it is, what it is. Yeah, somebody with you who has a couple dollars and you looking at something you want. I wish I had. I wish I had that.
Yeah, that's right. That's what we got with Foodie. Just a dry bag. All right, keep going, Foodie.
Salah is sleeping. He's sick again with a stomach flu.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Nasreen, my old picture. What? I need to do some comedy wigs in that routine. Yeah. I'll just go on the stage and go. I'm 41. Dryer sheets. Will you receive your November, December pay? Probably not. So I need to friggin' hustle. I need rent money. I can't be evicted. It's almost like someone's poison. Like what? Don't look at me. I don't know if I can get channel back.
You make a really excellent point here. And I want to read this. Dormy says she is so self-unaware that people are struggling and it's the holiday season, but she continues to beg for people to pay her rent or for her to take a walk. Yeah. Or to pay $1,000 to come and eat dinner with her, or which that she's not. Nobody was going to think that she's going to be, having this beautiful Christmas set up in her home with a Christmas tree. I mean, you're not going to get $1,000 worth of an experience if you sent that to Chantel. You may not even have her open the door that day. You could literally, I would not be surprised if this woman would not take $1,000 from somebody and then refuse to even open the door. And they could be ringing and banging the door, and she'd probably have the police called on them. She would not even care. She would not even care. She is just the worst type of con artist. And unfortunately, she has a group of followers who prop her up on it. And they are always rewarding her. And I think, though, people are not as financially well off. I think that we are all experiencing a higher than usual cost of a lot of everyday items. And we have our own situations to pay for. I'm just grateful that people are coming in and liking my channel and hanging out with me and having some Christmas fun. And I get a little jingle in my pocket from YouTube. That's enough to help me with helping with caring for my dogs, and I really appreciate it. And I know how hard I have to work just to make a little bit with YouTube. And so because she had such a large channel base and other content that was still there and her memberships and whatever else, she was able to probably have a higher AdSense RPM. And you build these things over time with YouTube, with your channel, based on your views, your engagement, and so on and so forth. There's a lot of things that get built into it. And I also understand, and I'd be curious to know too, that because of the type of content that she had out, that there was a lot of advertisers that do not want their brands associated with her brand. And so I guess there's ways that they are able to indicate the type of content, because if you're a channel and you're a company and you may not want your fast food associated with Foodie. You don't want your Grinch meal from McDonald's showing up in her advertising feed. So I think she's losing all of that stuff. Oh yeah, 100%. She would take the money and run. Oh, absolutely. She wouldn't care. And she'd be laughing at the people for having given it to her and for them being gullible and for being fools and believing that she would do it. And that it was their fault for giving them $1,000. Giving her, $1,000. And so I wouldn't even do it. I think that's why people won't even send her the $500 for the hair. I mean, once it gets to those levels of money, she could easily just turn around and say, you know what? I'm keeping that, because the way she does her PayPal too, I don't think you can get a return.
Maybe. I have the plague. Please let me sleep. Thank you, Ashley. For $300. Send it over. He's eating those damn backyard olives. He thinks it's the water. Anyway, my PayPal is Foodie Beauty. So PayPal.me/Foodie Beauty. That's exactly it. No, he never was sick when I was there. Now that I'm gone, he's sick. See? Fart and jar and saw those. So you're still my neighbor lady? No, I say that because yesterday I was on the elevator and there was a bunch of people on it. And then I saw that, this lady was going to my floor too. And she's like, "You're on this floor?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So I was wondering if it might have been her. She's literally my neighbor. I look like one of those mushrooms that have like a fat bottom.
Especially if you weren't having any content. I mean, we all kind of play with the YouTube game. I have Buy Me a Coffee if people want to support me outside of YouTube for my content. A lot of times it's for the dogs, and I really appreciate it because having two big dogs, And so, and it is a way of thinking a creator, because obviously as a creator, you are taking time to try to create a community and set up your setup and hopefully have a good microphone, and your streaming service hopefully will work. Luckily, I'm getting really good streaming lately. It's so wild. Anyway, your light rings, you try to hopefully look up different things or bring, a little fun to the stream, whatever, something. And so a way that people can thank creators is just a free way is just hitting the like, subscribing to the channel. And if people want to tip the creators, kind of like old school back in the day, almost when people were artists and people would, give the artist creators, support in order to create their craft. People do that. And obviously you get AdSense too, which is a great support as well. And there is a disparity between like how much some of the really big channels can make, because they make so much money. Once you really get those views up there, you are making very good money. And she got very spoiled, and she got a lot of hers through obviously the super chats and the super thanks, and a lot of it through the hate ones too. It is amazing. And I talked about hyper mega gifting before, and kind of the psychology behind people having this very open performative gifting. But I don't ever want to take away anybody who wants to be generous towards my channel or enjoys my content and wants to give me a thank you, because that would be hypocritical of me.
In like a little
what happened here?
talk. Riveting. Well, excuse me, I'm not in 5-part Netflix.
Thank you, Mrs. Muerta. Look at that kindness there. Thank you so much. I appreciate the super chat there. She says, Mrs. Muerta says, she's too calm. Amber cried and sold Tuesdays and asked for prayers. Foodie Beauty has stashed cash. Oh, absolutely. Whereas Amber is broke, in my honest opinion. Wonder if they'll get remonetized. Only if they do what YouTube requires for them to do, which is 1, not to remove any content from their channel when they were in the appeal process. So when they initially put in for their appeals, if they just left their channels as was before and didn't remove anything, then that was good for them. The second thing is then over the next 90 days, they need to then, after that appeal's been denied, they can then clean up whatever content they want to have removed from the channel that they feel could be contributing. Probably they got self-harm just like she did, and get rid of that type of content and have over a 90-day period show that you are still willing to come out on the YouTube platform, but you have pivoted completely, with a different type of content that's not showing anything which they could deem is violating their terms of service. And so it's their obligation as a creator. And if you've built a channel that large and your community does genuinely care about you, and I've been able to kind of come out of Girl World and come back and still have you guys coming and supporting me. So these girls have much larger platforms. And so they have very dedicated audiences that if they really took the time and thought about it, they could easily bring their channel to something different. If they really wanted to think about how they presented themselves and their content going forward, and not, having, you don't need, the type of, ALR and the girlfriends that she's had recently, and maybe any of that type of, conversation or chat happening, or any of the type of content that they have had. And so if they do all of those things, they would be able to get remonetized. So they have a good opportunity. And it's not just the girls. There have been, channels that YouTube for a long time allowed on this platform that people were saying some really nasty and derogatory things about other races and ethnicities and calling it politics, when it was really just in reality just hate speech. I mean, that's why I'm always so surprised that FFG is there. I don't know. And she's obviously monetized because she gets super chats and super thanks. And so the only way that you can get communities and do all those things are by being monetized. Now, maybe she doesn't get the AdSense, and maybe she ends up having like AdSense removed, but that doesn't stop her from having her super chats and all her other monies come her way. And so she is a monetized channel. And I'm surprised that she, with all the things that she said about Chantel in the past, that she keeps her monetization. FFG should hook up with Timmy. Oh, God. That I'll follow you like a bad habit. Well, I appreciate that, Angel of Glass. And that's what Foodie hopes, is that her followers will follow her. Your insight into girl world is different and appreciate it. Well, I appreciate that, Susan. I look at things a little bit differently, I guess, as a, just as a creator as well. Because that any of us who are reactors are also creators on this platform and have had to be aware of the terms of service. Now, I know even some of the girls in Girl World had their videos flagged and have had to have them taken down. I haven't had any of those issues. I've tried to be very cautious about the language, and it's one of the reasons why I kind of backed off, because she was doing a lot of eating videos, and therefore I really couldn't react to her because it was going to violate YouTube's terms of service. And they don't want this type of stuff glorified. And as much as she tries to fight that she's not glorifying her eating, she absolutely is. And she is the least likely to get remonetized. She's talking about, well, she'll tell you. Keep going, Chantel.
I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to, I think I don't have a lot of friends because I need it to be that way. Just like if a couple more would be nice, Well,
if YouTube find out that she's been sitting on the second channel and getting money, and we don't know whose AdSense is this connected to, because every Google account is connected to its own Google AdSense through your email address. So if she's and I have a couple of Google accounts too, one that I've set up specifically for Life and Vibe and away from my own personal Google account. And so I'm curious to know who, she maybe has the same thing where she's been able, and she may be able to get away with it for a while, but I've known people who have been deplatformed and have gone in with a new email address and so forth and set up a new channel, and that channel has been taken down by YouTube after a few weeks. And so she may get a little bit of time on this particular channel, but YouTube, I feel at some point, is going to catch up with her. And that would mean that she could potentially lose all of her channels. This channel, all of her channels, including the Foodie Beauty channel. And I think her ability to appeal and be returned to YouTube, as in the past, is going to be far more difficult, because the corporation has now allowed AI to be moderators and to make moderating decisions that are not having to have human review. So if they decide to just say, nope, you're done, you're gone, that AI, scary as it is, can make that decision, and you will never have an opportunity to get back to human review. And she will not probably have the same opportunity to fight and claw back her channel as she did when the things happened in Cuba, because it's a very different YouTube landscape, which is why we're seeing all these channels get demonetized and deplatformed and so forth at the moment. So much more than ever before. They are really stepping it up, especially with their AI moderation.
When you pay to rent a movie, I haven't done it in a while, and you have 48 hours to finish it, and then you just forget about that and don't finish it. Please show BG13.
Tell me.
Are you just giving up your other channel? No, but I'm not working on there for free.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think so, Casey. A set schedule for planned activity.
Yeah, I think all of her behaviors, I think YouTube would have an attorney who would be able to show every time she disrespected the Islamic faith during her time on YouTube. And the amount of gluttony that she exhibited would be probably evidence number one. So I don't think she's not got the money to fight YouTube. I mean, go ahead, girl. She, if the Beezers, she's crying for rent money, Wait till she wants to just start an attorney. It'll be $10,000 just for them to probably start looking at the case. And I don't think she's got that money. She'd have to put down thousands of dollars of retainer. It is not something that somebody's going to do pro bono in the hopes that she'll get a payout from Google. They'll be like, nope. Because the thing is that whatever she submits through an attorney to Google, I mean, she's going to have to take Google to court. And the only way that that's going to happen as a Canadian is, one, she'd either have to come to the United States and hire an attorney here directly in the US who could then take Google through court. And she would have to pick where she's going to do that. Or as someone who is Canadian, she would have to go through the US State Department if she was trying to bring a case from Canada to the United States. That was a legal case. The U.S. State Department basically would have, or U.S. Attorney's Department or whatever it is. I think the U.S. Attorney's Department, something of that nature, would have to say, yeah, okay, that seems like it's legit. I mean, she does not have the money to even think about that. She's just talking out her arse. Promise you, I've had to have attorneys to fight Tim and his nonsense with striking my channel. And I've had to deal with copyright and all these things, and just had to deal with attorneys in that respect and other stuff. And she's talking out her arse. There's no attorney going to take this case.
Activities on certain days, like Saturdays, we can have on the YouTube channel. Since it can't be food related, I can go and walk around the mall or take a bus somewhere with you guys sometimes. Then I can make dinner here on Twitch. Then I can BG13. She's too pretty for that name. I was gonna call her Stinkerbell. No, Tinkerbell. Tinker Smell. Mall walk bee.
Stinkerbell. Really, Chantal? Come on. You're so mean to the cat. Stinkerbell. That's what you should be called, Stinkerbell. Except Tinkerbell was tiny and dainty. And you look glassy-eyed, Chantel. Once again, coming out on your job. Out of it.
This channel's not the same AdSense. Factor in time at your gym. It would be such a shame not to use it. Groom cat. Stinkerbell. Thank you, Rise Above. This channel, for now. I love the name BG13. Thank you, Inu.
I don't think I could touch Shani or Rev. I could do Tim because at least he tries to be, a little bit classy. I need to find some more interesting retirement characters. There must be a few out there. I'm always more interested in scammers. Yeah, they have to be real scammy.
Take us to see the lights on Christmas, inshallah. I have a car.
Oh, God.
I can't talk about that, Candy. Yeah, I talked to Pete, and no, I did check. This is not the same AdSense. That's why one is monetized, one's not. What's on my head? It's a wig. Can you write it down or tell us in sign language what you had for lunch? No. In sign language. I'll rent a car if I can, if I have money. It's her daily life. Yeah, I like watching daily life vlogs, but it's always the same. Same thing, kind of. Slightly different. That's what life is. You have the people. Yeah, I wasn't banned. It was just that.
Oh my gosh. I don't have a Twitch account. I'm not a gamer. I play Royal, whatever that game is on my phone. Probably had I grown up in the generation of gamers, I probably would have been, because I played a lot of Nintendo back in my day. So can't say I didn't play some Street Fighter or whatever the games were in those days. Mortal Kombat. A lot of Mario go-karts.
That channel was demonetized. No, we don't have a car, Straubs. Yeah, right? Amberlynn reactions and YouTube will be on our side again, right? You can still cook? I'm not chancing any type of... I don't know about that. They're putting mushroom coffee for less ads on a channel when they demonetized mine for eating content.
I mean, she should have had a Twitch channel. Well, didn't she try a gaming channel or gaming with YouTube? I think it's going to be a lot more difficult than she believes. She's definitely not trying TikTok. I have fun with YouTube. It seems to work for, somebody. I don't have really any other social medias. I can't keep up with all that. Barely keep up with my housework on top of everything else.
You know how cancers are caused? The nerve. This is what pisses me off about this whole thing. Oh,
Oh God.
No, Candy Necklace. Why are you obsessed with Amberlin? People can drink alcohol. I know.
Probably smart for a place like Twitch to have, because it'd probably be some of those gamers can be pretty wild. So yeah. She's gonna have to wear sunglasses.
Novelty food videos. Just sample them. I don't even know. I'm confused by the rules, Issa P, so I couldn't even tell you. Thanks for the super chat, Sandra. I don't want to do the arm wiggle on here, so if you send a super chat, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the beaver face. The thank you beaver. Seems like not eating is self-harm if you're thin and eating is harm if you're fat. Yeah, but you have to eat. And what you eat, what you show you're eating, they couldn't possibly say, oh, well, that's not healthy for her to eat when they don't know my entire medical history.
Well, Chantel, you've put your whole entire medical history out here for us all to hear. And I've been hearing it for quite some time as a medical professional. So just in my educated guesstimation, if you are an uncontrolled, unmanaged type 2 diabetic with an A1C of 10, which I think is probably not even true. I'm sure you're much higher than that. I'm sure that was a lie. That eating an entire pizza, which is not normal. Most people don't eat entire pizzas. That would not be advisable. And I think that's reckless behavior. And so it is very easy to see how you harm yourself through food. That you only need to know you're a type 2 diabetic, and that's it. That's it. That's it. And then watch what you eat. That's it. Everyone then knows you're self-harming, because diabetes is a very serious condition that should never be just kind of taken lightly. Even though there are medications which can manage it, the amount of damage it does to your organs is out of control. I mean, it causes all sorts of inflammatory disorders within the body and can lead to other conditions that can harm the heart, the kidneys, you name it, the liver, name it. Obviously, your blood vessels, it is a disease of the vascular system rather than just an endocrine disease. And so for you to be so just delusional and trying to just assume that we can't see where you're, it doesn't take a genius, Chantel. Okay. An average nursing student could see it.
And first of all, they're not my doctor. Second, I would have to be eating copious amounts,
They don't need to be a doctor, Chantel. And you eat copious amounts, okay? An entire pizza is copious amounts. A hubcap of rice is copious amounts. Your caloric intake is copious amounts. And you know it. And you just know it. And you laughed about it. And you've come and ate just huge amounts of food. I mean, the stuff that used to take down in Kuwait was outrageous. Just the amount of rice, girl, and bread out and pickled this and just soaked in, oh my goodness, just wild.
Healthy, truly unhealthy. What I eat in my mukbangs, even when I eat larger quantities of food, it's not that bad if I don't eat much the rest of the day, and you can't tell that. So you can't.
Well, Chantel, I can tell you that if you're eating all those edibles and then you want to eat the way you are, girl, goodness me, you need 3 pizzas in.
Tell. Even people with diabetes do. Yeah, because it's a food channel. I didn't know that was a bad thing, soda and sadness. It's a human thing for survival we need to do. Doesn't matter how big I am. It doesn't matter how big I am. I still have to eat. And for a platform to tell a fat person that they shouldn't eat because it's insane. And it's insane that you would defend that. Then people do also have diabetes. Exactly. Okay, Harley Quinn, but who sets the...
Yeah, but a lot of people who are thin, if they have type 2 diabetes, a lot of times you might find they have issues with alcohol, believe it or not. Because alcohol is high sugar content and it's going to cause you to be able not to process the sugars in your body well either. So that's also, or maybe they're type 1 and they've had to maintain their diets all their lives. It's very different, Chantel. It's all different reasons why people are have the condition of diabetes.
Precedent. Who says what a normal portion is? And if you go over that, you get demonetized. Who determines that?
It's just all the chat, all your chat and chatter, Chantel. You've talked about BDs and all sorts of stuff. You just come on, girl. You're lying on your side here, on your sciatica leg. Oh,
It's not a one
keep going, Chantel. Sorry about that.
size fits all thing. I think a couple of days. Okay, but the thing is, people once in a while have like more than one donut. Big deal, you know. Like, I don't know. I don't do that often, so just don't monetize that video. I don't know. Not all of my content is that. I know, Casey, but whatever. Techno fascism. I don't remember eating 6 donuts. And there are people who, like, anyone who eats on camera is under the impression that people are going to watch it the more food there is. But me, like, I literally just like try meals. Like, I just had a single meal from McDonald's, a couple of slices of pizza, a plate of food I cook. Like,
the whole entire pizza. Chantel, you were getting those donuts that were like, what do they call those? Like the Simpson donuts that were enormous. You've got food that's specifically like big sized and stuff. You've ate entire bags of cheese curd in your car and literally drank gravy from a cup. What are you talking about? I actually stopped reacting because your eating was so just out of control. It was so bad. It was disturbing for me to even watch. I mean, just the sounds that and the food and how it dripped, everything. It was just foul. Foul. I mean, and these people that watch you have sponsored it. Oh my God. Keep going.
whatever. They're like basically demonetizing the entire channel. Like, you know, like I don't know. It's just weird. I never eat 6 donuts. Going out places with still out, that was nice. Yeah. To clarify, that wasn't me on the elevator. Then I know that you ain't. Okay, but even with you still have to eat. You still have to eat.
I've had registered dietitians, cheekbones on my program. You can check in some of my past videos that I've gone live, and we have discussed all the harm that you do to yourself, Chantel. And guess what? YouTube hasn't flagged or taken those videos down because we were talking about the issues in respectful, educational, and informative ways that would not have the content removed. That's the difference.
And actually, I've lost weight since my highest weight.
It's difference
from not obsessing about diets like I did when I first started my channel. So I'm just saying, why not eat off camera? Because I do because I didn't like. Why can't I have a meal on camera? Because it's content. I get paid for it. Is there a thing?
Nobody. Unfortunately, I hope not. I know you do work hard for yours. I'm talking about what Chantel's doing with hers when she's uncontrolled and unmanaged. So talking about the harm she's doing, not people who have a diagnosis of diabetes and then try to manage their diabetes as they should. Then the reason is for the management is not to have the then cascade of other potential issues that could come up without having well-managed diabetes. So just to make that clear. And that's why even a type 1s have to make sure that they also do manage it and get their eyes checked and do certain things and make sure that they are managing their conditions. So, yeah, and it's tough. And I know you do your best, Brianna.
On YouTube, you know, and not only that, but I do long live streams. If I get hungry, oh no, I can't eat anything. You just said the word. So the fuck, man. I don't even want to be on here with this ridiculous shit rules. Anyways, stupid. It's really ridiculous. It is fascist at this point. It's not my only content. It's not, you know, it's not family sized chicken, transparent.
I don't think it's fascist, Chantel. It's YouTube is a organization, a corporation. You are a 1099 contracted worker. They have a terms of service in order for you to maintain your contract with them, and you violated their terms of service. They finally gave you years to correct your content, and they don't get you for scamming your audience. That seems to be the one thing that YouTube hasn't included in their terms of service, which I wish they would. But YouTube obviously wants to get all the money through super chats and super thanks and super everythings as possible. But she tries to take as much of that money off the platform because she don't want YouTube getting their cut.
You're an idiot. And the Simpsons donut was not the size of 6 donuts. You're an idiot. Goodbye. If it was for family, we would have ordered the family size portion. We ordered a single portion. You're telling me that you don't find it fucking ridiculous for a platform to allow bullies to play our content every fucking day, but then they're offended by a fat person eating a meal? You think they're going to go, oh yes, what is your family portion versus your individual size portion? Oh no, sorry. You're too fat, so you should only be eating half of that, so you can't be playing.
Chantel, I think you're taking this too personally. I don't think the other girls took it as personally as you're taking it. Taking it very personally, and I think you're not even taking a count that you come on balls to the walls high as anything as well. And then you're complaining YouTube doesn't want to sponsor your content anymore. That they don't want to have you, their advertisers don't care to sponsor somebody like you. There was a whole list like Grammarly. There were so many different companies that did not want to have their corporate identity associated with you, Chantel. So you are a liability to YouTube at this point with your content. You're not showing. Had you really taken it seriously about your health you had it the one time a long time ago when you were sick in Canada? I think you were still with BB and you had your cancer diagnosis and you had all of those things taken care of, and you had actually stayed on your estrogen hormones that you were supposed to stay on in order to maintain your menopause and not lose your hair, because you got to stay on that estrogen, girl. You know that, because you weren't going into natural menopause. So you got to be on an estrogen hormone, and you need to stay on those in order to maintain your kind of lady health, if you may. It's part of the reason why you probably have alopecia. You didn't do any of that. You didn't lose weight. You got bigger. You got more slovenly. You got more involved in making sure that you were just having a good old time. And your good old time involves eating food, chasing undesirable men for most of us, and taking rugs. And that's kind of how it's been. And that's been you. And taking no sense of responsibility. And now it's catching up with you. And you want to blame everybody else for your issues. And then on top of it, you want your audience to pay to sustain your lifestyle. It's wild. But hey, it's YouTube.
Can't be playing your videos. I'm just saying. I didn't eat all of those Simpsons donuts. Thank you, Marlene. No, this is a different Simpsons donut. 2 were small, normal-sized donuts, and 2 were big, and they were disgusting. You'll be reinstated after 3 months. I just don't know what, like, if I am...
Yeah, there must be I'm sure there's a reason not to take a hormone after pulmonary embolism. I personally chose not to take any hormone replacement when I went into menopause, just because I have I talked to it with my doctors, and heritage or certain reasons, it was a better choice for me. And I'm okay. Sometimes I wonder, I was having a conversation with my friend about testosterone. And my friends, a lot of my friends do all this stuff, and I just try to eat well and eat a lot of tofu and exercise. And, but I'm wondering, because I do get tired. And so I do wonder, like, maybe I should think more about this stuff, but it's a conversation that you need to have, obviously, with a healthcare professional. And, Chantel could never walk anybody through any of these issues. She can't barely walk her way to the Walmart across the street.
Okay, on Twitch, I might just say bye to that channel, because I don't even know what am I going to do? Like, bring your skits back. I think we should be able to have an adult conversation about the complexities of food and our relationship to it. Actually, the approach they're taking is like, I could understand if I was doing really big on...
That must have been scary. And I'm so sorry to hear that you had to go through that. I'm hoping that you're doing much better. That's scary. That's a very high D dimer. I'm sorry for that.
Healthy, like, go look at compared to what I eat normally, There's a huge list of banned words that AI searches every video for. Wow. Really?
I'm
No, I
glad
don't.
I'm glad you're
scream.
doing better.
What? That's ridiculous if you think that's schmexual. You can't even say that word. I don't want to live on this planet anymore. Yeah. Well, Big Bertha, better than being an idiot. Better being 600 pounds than an idiot. Alhamdulillah. No,
Maybe if you'd taken the time to restrict your videos more, Chantel, and watched your language and did stuff and had more stuff as members only and privatized and just were smarter with how you wanted to do your channel, you wouldn't be having this issue. But you wanted to make sure you got the maximum of everything off the platform while doing highly inappropriate content. As much as you don't feel it is, anybody who's like looking at it and seeing how you don't get the mental health help that you also really desperately need is just, it's, I'm glad that YouTube doesn't want to support this. And I hope that they find out you have a second channel, because you're going to lose everything, girl. And Twitch isn't going to do it. And then you'll just be a sad memory. I guess we'll see you on Twitter. Who knows? Well, there'll be another person and you'll just be people will do retro reacts, because there'll be enough channels that clipped you, Chantel, that the reactors who did things, who didn't lose their channels and followed terms of service and stayed monetized, we'll just move on. And you'll just be a faded YouTube memory. And we'll be all wondering, we'll all want to have a documentary as to what happened to you, because it's going to be a spiral, girl. And I mean, in reality, we do all want to kind of figure out, but you quite haven't hit rock bottom. But this might start to send you there. And that will be the only thing, Chantel, and every therapist, anybody, will let you know, sadly, it's the harshest, because you don't seem to have the self-control to make the changes that you need to manage your adult life. Who knows that if you hit rock bottom, maybe your family will pick you up and not let you quite get there. But you haven't reached a place where you've truly felt that you need to take care of yourself. You feel that everybody else is responsible for your care. It's wild.
I never said it was the B word soda. I say it's not.
Oh,
and mass reporting, 100%. 100%.
Chantel, you have mentioned you having BED, and you have mentioned that there was a time when you were back home in Canada and you were going to see the therapist in Canada, and then you suddenly flew off to Kuwait again. You were supposed to be back in Canada, and then you were lying to your family and showing up to the therapist, supposedly, and you told them that you needed to figure out what the resources were going to be in Kuwait in order to help you with your mental health. You're supposed to go to all these diabetes classes. So you just willfully pretending like none of it happened.
It's not coincidental that all three of us, Okay, fatty boom batty. Well, I'm allowed to have an opinion about it. So why are you getting all pressed about me having an opinion? So yes, I was addicted to drugs. So because I'm not allowed to have a YouTube channel or talk about anything. It's so ridiculous. They mass reported you, especially when you started to mock the rule. Well, I'm sorry, but it is stupid. I mean, the rule itself is not, but I don't know what you would call it, the sub rules. Oh, Pizza's live? How come I always go live when Pizza's live? It is their parents' responsibility. Yep. If you want to make rent paying money, you have to follow the rules. You can do whatever you want. They don't want to be sued. Well, they have to be careful not to be sued on the opposite side if they're going too strict and, discriminating against certain people. I'm just saying. Go and get it.
Yeah, good luck, Chantel. You got 50 grand just to start the case. YouTube's got money for days, sweetheart. They would show that they would be so easy to find out how I know you've won a discrimination case before, but I think in this respect, you're on a loss. You're not going to be able to afford to bring a case against YouTube. And if you even had an attorney send a letter to YouTube about anything, it just goes into their AI moderation system. You're really going to find yourself butting your head against a wall like you've never felt before. That the company has literally said in a Time magazine article, and I'm going to bring it up for everyone to see, that they have AI moderation now. And maybe you should be aware of what the CEO of YouTube wants to see as the direction of the organization, because maybe it would give you a better idea rather than you just taking everything personally. You could go ahead, waste what little money you have left on a lawsuit, Chantel. Spend more of your fans' money on that, because you it's going to cost you hand over fist, and you're going to lose. I don't think any attorney, if you can't get an attorney to pick up that case pro bono, it already tells you you're on a loss, girl.
Hey, Mike. Read my story about Tammy. There's too much to friggin' read. Oh my god, how can I read all this? We'll see what happens. Whatever happens, happens, eh? I like that wig on you. Thank you. Yeah, you would. No, sorry, I can't read every single comment. Humans eat, you weren't even doing large quantities. A lot of the time, it would look like it, but I would just eat, like, not even finish it. It's actually, like, just worse to, you know, poof, it's gone. Eugenia was first to lose her monetization, and she's never eaten on stream. So eating is not the issue. Yeah, no eating is not the issue for Eugenia, dummy. That's the problem. Sorry. Her problem is not eating. Her problem is not eating. Like, she doesn't eat. The first thing we do, let's all the lawyers, yeah. Yeah, dummy. I'm just tired of it. Neither are you, Courtney, because obviously agreeing with Nurse Tina, who's not getting it. If you have the opposite, if you have eating would be eating large quantities would be the harmful behavior, right? If you have the opposite of that, like Eugenia, not eating anything would be the problem, you know? So that's why it is an issue. The Trump wig. But I was always under the impression that I'm not coming on here promoting anything. I'm on here talking about my struggle, and people have to eat. And you can't just say to somebody who's trying to repair their relationship with food, oh, you have to be so restrictive when you're eating. Like, what? Anyway, yeah, I guess we can't anymore, but I would love.
All right, Chantel, let me show something to you. I'm going to share this. The CEO of YouTube was named CEO of the Year in Time magazine for 2020. I'm just going to share this tab instead real quick with everybody. Let me see how that looks. Okay. All right. So it has this AI. It says, ask me anything. Okay. I'll make sure to link Time magazine. Thank you, Time magazine, for letting me share this on Creative Commons attributions, hopefully. So it said in September, and this is what Chantel has to understand. Okay. So he's fairly new to the company. So when he first arrived at YouTube, he have observed that the interaction with creators seems to be part of being CEO he enjoys most, which probably he would never interacts with a creator like Chantel. But it said in September, YouTube unveiled more than 30 AI-powered programs designed to make it easier for anyone to shoot, edit, upload, and make money from videos. Oh, so that's one of the things that they did was to sort of try to get this AI creation. They've also brought out more AI moderators as well into the creation as well. I believe, I want to say in here, they talked about where they brought in the AI moderators, other than just the 30 AI bots for the creation. They did bring out some, I think they also brought out more moderators though as well. Let me see if I can find the term moderator. Here we are. All right. Okay, so here, so they talked about the fact that the fundamental North Star of how I think about the content policies and moderation in general on YouTube is to give everyone a voice. He says barriers, however, serve a purpose to keep out unwanted or dangerous things and filter out garbage. If everyone demands their voice be heard, nobody will be audible over the cacophony, and forever challenging of balance and the competing desires for freedom of expression, financial growth, and protecting vulnerable communities will only get more difficult to navigate, just as hundreds of thousands more people go along, especially as AI proliferates. but they have started to send out more AI moderation and stuff into here too. So YouTube, as you can see, is just starting to get more and more AI driven. And so she can try to think everything is really personal, but in reality, the direction of the company is that it's becoming more AI. They hate that they hide the like button. Thanks, Sammy. I always forgot. Oh, like how many dislikes and likes. And yeah. So if anybody's interested, you can read more about this gentleman. And he's really changing how YouTube and how it is. How it says here too, this was interesting. Sorry, I'm reading it and not sharing it. It says data is not available on YouTube alone, but reports suggest only about half of all full-time creators make a living wage. So half of all full-time creators. One of the challenges, of course, is that creators could make money if more ads appeared on their videos, but then Mohan's other customers, the viewers, might be less inclined to watch. So I don't really look at it in the terms of living wage versus not. He says, the way I look at it is if they want to establish themselves, let me share this tab back again. If they want to establish themselves professionally from a career standpoint, is the funnel moving? Are people actually becoming successful? And is that number of people that are successful growing year on year? YouTube figures suggest that it is. The platform announced that in 2021, it had 2 million creator partners. That means monetized YouTube channels. And in 2023, it had 3 million. And it's just more ads, more creators, more people doing it. But he doesn't care, Chantel. Do you see? He doesn't care if you're getting a full-time salary on it or not. This guy, okay? And he's the CEO of the company. So take it up with him.
Would have liked to make something. Yeah. If a child saw Eugenia, they might be frightened, whereas if they saw a bigger person, it's not going to cause them nightmares. And if they see Eugenia, why are parents treating her like a monster that they have to protect their children from? Why don't you teach your precious children about, things? Well, maybe not super young children, but what do you do if they walk by and they see a horror movie? What do you do if they walk by and they see an intimacy scene? You just treat it the same way, I guess.
Chantel, you can tell, is just taking care of so many kids. She obviously doesn't understand what a parental control is. And your people don't want them getting hold of you, Chantel. You show parts of your body that you shouldn't in the past, and you have no filter.
I don't know. Hungry Fat Chick is still monetized. Yeah, that's what pisses me off about YouTube's policies. That's why I'm laughing. Because they're not.
Well, maybe she won her appeal.
Consistent whatsoever. Like, look at that time that calorie lady spent a friggin' month solid calling me a heifer and making fun of my looks. I ignore her. The minute I clap back in a community post, I get the ban. That's how they're ass backwards. Yeah. Like, what in the hell, man? It's crazy. You're all for it, cool cat, but you've spent all these years watching my channel.
Yeah.
So go watch the friggin', like, they have channels for kids, right? So put your friggin' annoying kid content on, They pick and choose, exactly. They're playing choosy. I'm not 600 pounds. I'm not even close. I'm going to start Twitch tomorrow. I'm going to do an hour. Do I delete my...
Chantel, that's a lie. You know how? I know you talk about all the times you weighed yourself on all these different scales. The one scale that probably legitimately weighed you was the ER visit in Canada when you needed to get all those bags of fluid. One, they gave you 6 bags of fluid because you did weigh so much. They had to increase the amount of fluid given to you because you were a larger individual. Okay? And the funny part of it is that you obviously, wanted to grift from your Beezers some sympathy, sad fishing money. But the one detail that you blacked out on that ER visit was your weight. Because you were shamed and you knew it was 500 plus pounds.
Old content now or after I find out about the appeal? I'm confused. I don't know. This whole thing is,
she blamed out the weight.
Close to 100K channels were demonetized this month. Wow. Do it now after the appeal.
Yep, she did.
They give you confusing directions. Your switch up is truly something because he's obviously money driven. Yeah. After? Okay. I did delete some, Big Bonnie. You can still panhandle outside.
She gave her weight away when she said she had to get 6 liters of fluid. That's how she gave her weight away also. Normal people get 2. Maybe, so every time you add more fluid, you're having more mass that you're trying to hydrate.
Low vibrational morons. Yes. Yeah. You'll get monetized again. Watch, inshallah.
No, she
Yeah. People should be allowed to talk about their illness on YouTube. Yep. Can't talk about anything. Can't eat something.
You can't take your blood sugar, Chantel, and then eat an entire hubcap of rice just afterwards and talk about your insulin medications and not understand. You just don't understand, do you? But you willfully don't want to understand. You're just willfully going to not want to ever understand.
Why can't I just do what I'm doing? Am I hurting anybody? No. Am I hurting anybody? No. Am I hurting anybody? No. No. Welcome, salam. Boring and sad. Well, go do.
I've had people come to my chat and tell me they've been triggered by you, Chantel, and how you behave. So, and you have no trigger warnings. I should bring my trigger warning up. I should have brought it up at the beginning.
Something else.
I used to always trigger warning.
Complains like,
Chantel.
I'm not forcing you to be here. Hurting toilets. Well, good thing they're not sentient. I've heard Bex. If I had $1 for every time I heard that or said I know for that, I would be a millionaire. So thanks anyways. I want to keep the men away from me, so that's why I'm wearing this wig. I was getting too many pics in the DMs.
It's gonna be fun.
I am following rules. How the hell do you think you would react? I get DMs from ladies. I don't want.
Until you're not following the rules, you're not supposed to go to another channel on the platform and have it monetized and using it while you're supposedly having your other channels monetization taken away for your behaviors. You've already broken the rules and you know it, girl. You love to push the rules on stuff, and you're gonna find out this CEO, he don't care. He'd rather have you off the platform, I think.
Friggin' DMs from anybody for any romantic purposes. Thank you very much. I'm not interested.
Oh yeah, she needs to
Nobody. Okay.
Well, as we saw, the CEO of YouTube is not concerned if a creator is making a full-time income or not. That's not his, that's great. And if people make it, that's awesome. But it's not, that's not his concern. He's okay. That's why they've got 30 AI generated content things so that people can just make AI slop. If Chantel had been smart, she would have been just making some AI slop and sending that down and sending that into YouTube world, making money that way. She could have made some AI slop of her actually going out and taking a walk around the neighborhood and set that up for a Beezers. They might not have even noticed the difference. It was you or not, Chantel. So you should have done this a little bit smarter, girl.
Hey. Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
It's from years ago, but she pretty much looks very similar. She's smaller now, actually. And the cat always knocks it down, so. Hi, baby. BG13. Come here, BG. Oh, no, it's okay, BG.
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh, no, it's not Fuego. It's hot sauce. You bring me Fuego right this minute. I gotta take my garbage out. Where's P when you need him? I'm joking. S-Jam, we're related. S-Jam Saddle.
Pete was there. I guess the house would stay littered with trash because it didn't seem like either of you were ever capable of taking it out.
This is content.
What's
your definition
of
content?
doesn't, Sammy.
Oh, that's a nice baby tuna fish bread.
That cat real pretty. It's a pretty cat. And she doesn't deserve it. She's just horrific as always.
She's a spicy kitty. You. Hi. I think we should name her Tinkerbell. Termy? Oh, please. Tinky. Tinky, Stinky. Stinky, Tinky. I was telling people off earlier. Well, you're also stupid and blocked. I'm not even 345. Actually, I'm probably at the most 350. Kris Jenner. Stinky Winky. I've never met a group of people who, when somebody weighs themselves at 5 different locations around the fucking planet, it's pretty much the same weight bracket, still deny it. This is like a really weird.
Chantel, we already debunked that one.
Really weird phenomenon. Do you know what I mean? Like,
God.
How much super chat to do with gym bees? Gym when? To go to the gym tonight, 1,000? Yeah, he said 450 as a joke. Yeah, I gave him shit. I said, people are just gonna like run with that now. 600 for the gym? Okay. Yalla. PayPal. No, I wouldn't film in the gym if there's people. 450, it's like 100 pounds off, which is a huge difference. I would be bedbound at 450. Most people on my 600-pound life, they're bedbound. You notice the taller they are, the more weight they can carry, right? Well, I'm 5'1". So for me, no, 450, an extra 100 pounds right now would be no way. No pool. 1K to do the elliptical backwards. I mean, I can try. I do have a nicer wig, but no, I'm not bedbound. I can get out of bed. Bedbound is literally bedbound.
Yeah, but you're getting close to a place where you would like to be bedbound. If you could have sat in Syria and had people wait on you hand and foot while you just broke Syrian laws about probably having internet panhandling. You just don't. You're an internet panhandler. You don't care what the country rules say. You will do it and be defiant no matter what. It doesn't matter. And you seem to still think that YouTube is in the wrong for having demonetized your self-harm content. You're absolutely wild, Foodie.
Cannot move. 600, good bargain. Imagine. There's no way. Before Christmas and in this economy. Oh, in Kuwait I did backwards. What makes you come live? Coming live and talking to you guys. Seriously. Am I going to have a new man? No. Do you think? Look at me right now. And even if, no. The hottest man would be rejected even in the world. A good quality wig. Do you regret leaving Syria now that you're demoted? Sometimes I regret leaving, sometimes no. Because I think about, well, I mean, my life basically like near the end was getting more comfortable. But because I think, Salah maybe said something to people that I wouldn't be visiting much and I'm leaving soon because I just want to, leave in peace. And what I liked there was I had my little routine going. I had my little spot, grooves and everything comfy. My shisha, ice cold water, Salah here, Julia here, so I could crawl over, bug him with affection, then crawl over to her and bug her with affection. Are you in disguise? Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, like Salah was just sitting next to her, handing her shisha and food all day. Like she was like the Queen of Bathsheba or Queen of Sheba or whatever. Queen of Sheba. She looks like Bathsheba. Yeah. Oh, Lord.
Disrespectful to who? I was so disrespectful to who near the end in Kuwait. How about a new platform with Foodie tries things as content? No. Yeah, you can crawl on the ground. It's easier than getting up.
No. Because the only thing Foodie wants to try is food. And that's going to get her in trouble. She's not going to be. I don't think these people understand how much she's about to lose everything. That's why she's going to Twitch at 4:00, I guess. I'm sure somebody's capturing that moment of just. I'm sure she's going to not be on that stream for very long.
Anyway, no, a wig doesn't count as a hijab. Can we see some Christmas decorations? Well, I would like to take you guys places for holidays, but yeah, they want to meet Salah. Yeah, they wanted to. People would pay to see you grow. Well, there's some things money can't buy. Dignity. Start a Patreon. I don't want to release my tea for money. Like what? I mean, I still need to be modest in behavior some ways. Because when he was angry, he threatened that Rose. I didn't make that up. Why are you starting drama? Like, why are you here? Go away. Annoying. Anyways, let's just ignore people. To see anything besides the wall? Want to go in the kitchen? Salah will show us Ottawa.
Oh, God.
There she is.
Oh.
Oh, baby
She is
13.
pretty.
To make a tree. I took my Shahada. I want her to go buy a kit so we can watch. I'll even buy one and build at the same time. Oh, oh my God, you've been telling me to look up a long time. Gingerbread house making. Ah, okay. I gotta look for one. Let's do a competition. Can you untake it?
You can buy a gingerbread house probably on sale at any supermarket at the moment because they're trying to unload the Christmas stuff already. Because they'd rather have it sold and off of their shelves, especially food-based items. Go to any supermarket, Chantel, they'll have a ginger. I mean, your Beezers are asking you just to do something beyond sitting on the couch. At least I have a dog snoring behind us. My dog is so bored. She's snoring behind you, girl.
I don't know. So what's her name? Tinkerbell? Stinky.
This is a long live. Shut down to 50 minutes. I might speed her up though, just to make it a little faster, guys. Because we still got a little bit to go, and I'm trying not to interrupt. So I'm gonna put her up to 1.25 just to get it a little faster.
Can we see your place? After I take the garbage out, I gotta put the blinds down. I don't have a very big place. What? An apostate? No, because I didn't leave. Okay, what do we do? Because I don't want people to see out the window. Like they'll figure out like what apartment I'm in. I swear, you heard Tracy clog the Syrian hole in the ground on your face. This is not Pete's channel, Canadian girl. Actually, this channel belongs to Beezers or something LLC. By the way, I'm getting an. I think I'm gonna get. I need a computer and I need
Beezer LLC. Oh gosh, another corporation not paying taxes in Canada.
I'm getting a new phone because I need to film with one phone and be on the other one. Yeah, Beezer Show Productions. What angle? This one? Why do people think I care? Do you think I would come on live if I cared? I'm telling you, I'm a trendsetter. Well, I need it for my job. That's why. One thing at a time. I want a laptop, a car, and a phone with no job. I still have the GoPro. I can sell it for my rent money. Because I need rent money, by the way, guys. Well, it's not funny, actually.
It's just how many times are you going to drive back out for your rent, Chantel? You got $10,000 to take yourself from Syria to Canada. And everybody believes that you already had probably the return ticket. So you really didn't, because you had to have a return ticket to go out to visit as a tourist. Anytime you're a tourist and you are going on a tourist visa anywhere in the world, they think you're going to have a return ticket. It's not usual to buy a one-way ticket. And when people do to a country that is not their own, then people are going to be thinking, are they planning to leave? So most of the time, most countries do require that if you are visiting and you are coming in on a tourist visa, you have a return ticket in hand. And so I am assuming when you went into Lebanon or wherever it was that you landed in order to cross into Syria, since you could not fly directly into Syria from Canada, that you had a ticket in hand. So you maybe made some changes to the ticket, but it would have been maybe a couple $100 to have made some ticket alterations. The rest of it you had paid for. So you had a lot of money. Plus, you probably were giving Salah a certain percentage of your income, but then the rest you were keeping in hand. And then potentially the food was. So you've had money, Chantel. We know you have money. That's why you're sitting and laughing and Duper's delighting. That's why you're laughing while you're asking for rent money, because you know you have it. And you would have somebody who's in your audience go without heat and take their money and laugh about it, because you're just pathologically, you have no empathy for people.
I agree, Luke. Yeah. Why would you need two phones? I just explained. You can write it off, yeah. Oh, you're getting a new phone. This one's a freaking mess. No, rent is not free till February. That's not the promotion I received. You have 3 phones? Yeah. I'll do DoorDash with a scooter. If I had a car, I probably would DoorDash. Be good exercise. No, my family doesn't have money to pay other people's rent. Do some drawings and sell them. I should, eh? Imagine people would get their food with bites taken out. There's a slice of pizza missing. Man, I haven't even had Cornwall pizza yet. Oh my God. No, Lisa P. No. She's really good with money. Yep. But no, I look like my name is Colette. No, I have food. Whenever I have an abundance of money, which will be never, I need to put things here, decorations to make up. Oh, teardrop, really? You're sweet.
Chantel, you did have an abundance of money. You just wasted it all. You know? Most of us have just regular bills to pay, girl. It's not that exciting. You know, you just make the most of it and you make the most fun from it. You know, I just have a blast watching how excited my dogs get when we're getting pup cups from the Panera Bread drive-thru. You know, that's kind of fun for me. You know, I don't need the same level of excitement I needed when I was 20. Tell you that much.
Oh, yeah, it's I mean, it's not much, you know. I wanted to make you happy because you make me happy. What? Freezes. I look like a dude. You all are going to be getting your own special foodie memory books if you become members. I'd make a handsome man. So I just want to see you shopping your dresser.
They're not going to get anything.
Is that you, Lily?
Get nothing. Zero.
BT, that's you. Oh my gosh. I was trying to make you guys laugh with the Halloween bake, but it's not working. Christmas stocking for super chats. What do you mean, Luke? I gotta be saving like every penny. I want to play Would You Rather. No, I've gotten a laugh about it. Okay. So.
Chantel, you don't even gift memberships in your chat. Everybody who's got it, I do it every month. I get 10 memberships, and my next gifting of my last 5 memberships for the month of December will be gifted on December the 24th. That I will be out of work and my school will be completed, and so we'll have a Christmas party, probably doing Sarasota Tim, and I will gift out the last of my December memberships. But you could be gifting memberships or doing something, and I'm sure, you know, just something. And now you're trying to talk about saving money. Girl, you got money in hand. That's why you're laughing, duper's delighting. You just can't stop. It's the 12 days of Griftmas. She's just not going to stop. For the next 12 days, Chantel is going to be hardcore Christmas gifting.
See, pumpkin. Well, I'm going to, but I'm going to do it on my Twitch. Take those red stockings and put them on a wall. Super Chat gets their name on it. Oh, but how much for the Super Chat?
Get pulled.
You know? Because people have to eat beach. People don't have to do meth. So we should be normalizing people with food, especially if they're eating, you know, normal. If I'm eating like 50 hot dogs, okay, that, you know, that is harmful. Yes, I get it. But anyway, I get it. I get the idea. So whatever. Wow. Hot dogs, yeah. They're kind of like $20 for a stocking. Oh, I feel like $20 is like the new $100. This would be my membership anyways.
I sometimes like to poke at the Beezers a little bit too. For being, you know, just gullible giving this lady money, but they love doing it. They'll do it. They will get themselves poor, and you know, while Chantel's sitting there with 20 grand stashed away somewhere, because they don't seem to want to calculate how much money she's managed to, and then whatever she's getting off of her Christmas cameos and whatever else she got going on. Chantel is a crafty individual, and she's not panicked like the other girls, because Amber probably really wasted her money on a bunch of just absolutely just crazy nonsense. All the stuff that she bought for those Tuesdays game is just it's wild. It's wild. Rosie seems like she was supporting her somewhat within the household of her family too, and has not been doing her YouTube for quite as much time. So she hasn't probably built up the RPM and maybe sort of the AdSense and the sort of stuff that maybe these older girls' channels have gotten. Chantel is sitting here violating all sorts of terms of service for YouTube, and obviously not caring, and just hand out, asking for money, hand out, just not even delivering anything fun, not taking them, you know, she's sitting here with her hand out and not even thinking like, well, maybe I should walk around and show them a nice Christmas market. And maybe because they've had such a nice time on that visit, you know, or me just walking and showing some Walmart Canadian Christmas stuff, whatever, you know, or just at that shopping area by where she's right at that apartment, but they may have thrown her some more money, but she's so lazy and is just so out of this. This is what she'd rather do. Get a $30 wig and sit here and try to do this.
That makes me sad. Thank you.
It's wild.
Like it brings up everything. You get a frantic fever, BBs. Oh, I think I'm supposed to be all after. Hold on a second. I look like someone Amberlynn would get turned on by.
Yeah, they'll get bored.
Sorry.
I like
Of the Beatles, Foodie and Pizza in his jacuzzi. Show me a frantic beaver. Yes. So if you join, you get one of those greetings. Shane Dawson. If you stop taking Ozempic, teeth. Should we try Twitch? Have to resort to Twitch again because of the friggin' people. It is Luke. Yep. Right, Monk Lady. The dumpsters. I don't know. Where did you send the proof?
She sees how little she makes with Twitch. She's not going to last on there long. That's the problem. That's why she keeps coming back and live streaming over here, because she sees the super chats. I don't think she does the same. I think Twitch has a lot different ways that it does things. I mean, she hasn't just set up a good old buy me a coffee. Maybe they don't have that in Canada. Because that's a really easy way to get it, you know? You're not going to provide content anyway, Chantel. You might as well just tell them, look, I just want your money. Just send me your money. I don't want to give you anything for it. Just want your money.
Where is it? Okay, and what's the thing? Somebody go watch the video. Oh, that's a cute idea, Luke. Oh, Twitch makes your phone overheat? No, I'm not intoxicated. I'm fine. It would be no THC. He was against it in Thailand. I know. Well, I don't want to go on Twitch, but you know, it does. I have like friggin' dry mouth. Non-binary air. Sell your blood, sweat, and tears. Your Beezers will buy it. Chibble. Hello. Did you brush your teeth today? Did you brush your teeth? I did actually, yeah. I look like I'm 45, not 51. BG13.
That's so funny. Oh, great picture, Chantel. I should have used that as a thumbnail. Oh, she is classic. It's funny you mentioned about her teeth looking fuzzy, Sammy, because her actual chat has to ask her if she's brushing her teeth. Chantel, you should not be a 42-year-old woman almost having people trying to check in about your dental habits, especially with a type 2 diabetic. You really need to be making sure you take care of your teeth. Girl, you could get a yeasty infection in that mouth from an over excess of blood sugar, okay? Oh my gosh. I can't imagine what her mouth must smell like. I can't. It just, she must, oh God. Oh. Oh, her breath must be foul. Just foul.
Are we going backwards?
Foul.
BG15. Probably gonna look like Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber. Right? Oh my God. Mary Mo. Oh, she's a vegetarian. Dumb and Dumber. Well, hello. I'm Schoolboy. I think I want to marry you. Oh, the hooks are in my ears. No boy band. It's a wig, Tizzy. Looks like your real hair, really. No, it isn't. Are we renting a car? Not if we don't have money. Someone said I'm not getting paid, so.
Is that a different wig or the same wig? Suddenly the hair changed. It's better that way, Chantel. The other way you were wearing was, if it's the same wig, it looks better flattened out. But yeah, you do look like one of Amber Lynn's girlfriends. So far on the poll, asking if you believe Chantel has money saved for rent and will tap her Beezers first, 46% of the audience says yes. 44% of the audience says no. And 10% believe that she just really needs the help, guys. So make sure if you're not having an opportunity, participate in the poll. She doesn't even do polls on her live stream. She can set that out ahead of time. Oh my goodness. Hey, Peachy, come on in. We're finishing up this fun. Watching Chantel hand out, trying to get free money from the Beezers.
No, the wig's annoying. Or is it her dancing shoes? Who cares, baby? It looks good. Shukon. I look like Destiny. It is her hair exactly. Or Bet. Hey, baby. Well, would you like some water here? Don't worry, she has 5 million. Can you reach? Oh, you can't reach? Here. Why? You have a beak. How can you not reach? Here. Drink. I'm used to Julia, her face is squish, and her face is long.
Is she just giving the cat like a drink from like a rando cup? Does she not like have like a nice little water? For all the money she's had, cats like to have like the water that constantly flows. You can get one of those little water bowls for your cat. down, that makes the water move for the Kit Kat. Chantel, you could do you actually have content, which is the cat. If you really, and your Beezers probably would have loved watching you have the cat run around and film the cat playing on the floor and this, that, and the other. But you're too lazy even to do that. You are so lazy. I think most of that filming that showed any type of activity happening in Syria or Kuwait, that was all filmed by Salah. Because this girl, she can't even show the interesting parts of the cat in her house, which would actually make some, she could have been doing all sorts of fun things with the cat. I mean, there's whole channels. I watched some guy, because I had guinea pigs when I was a child, and I watched this young guy who's all about his guinea pigs. And his rabbits and everything. He's got whole spaces dedicated to setting up their cages and all sorts of stuff. And his channel is like growing because people love watching what he does with these guinea pigs. He just moved to North Carolina, got himself a really nice house thanks to his channel. And he lets his subscribers know it's thanks to them. But he delivers content. Teaches people about taking care of these rodents. He loves rabbits and guinea pigs. He's got dogs, all sorts of pets. Transported all these shows how he transports them and all sorts of stuff. You're just lazy, Chantel, and you've been given the gift to get this stuff started because you've had enough of an audience, you've had enough money and income that you could support yourself and make your content more interesting. Most of us have jobs. YouTube, as we know, isn't worried about people making a full-time living as a creator on YouTube. And if you are wanting to do that, they're telling you, produce some AI slop. So if you'd been smart, you would have been just producing AI slop for this channel. But you don't even know what the direction of this platform's going in.
No, you don't want to know. Everywhere. So let me have my... I'm not trying to...
found if you're kidding.
Yeah. What's a mermaid wig?
Absolutely.
Why not? Millionth Fogo? Where's the fuego? Bring fuego. She's just looking at me. Where's fuego? I don't know the High School Musical thing. I should share rent with someone, but okay, BG. Like this. Which one is the sideburn? It is awful, and it was $30, and I hate myself for buying it, and I'm never doing it again. I don't care if it's for a fucking video. Everything else was even more expensive. I was just like, looks like someone who would scare you in Walmart. You spit lines. Well, I want it to be funny, and my real hair is really scary. You should see it.
Yeah, it's the scare. It's your hair that you're trying to hide. You don't really. You're trying to signal to Salah that unless he's showing up, you two are obviously not really, talking because you don't have money coming in. So he don't want to talk to you. If you get remonetized, he'll speak with you. But let's be honest. He might stay a little bit in the background just to keep the door open so he doesn't completely shut the door. But he's not going to be around as much. This hair, Chantel. Really? You spent $30 on this, but you can't get the cat some decent stuff going on? Girl, just get a scarf.
Should I show you guys? I'm bald, basically. See? Look at this thing. Baby bird hair, eh? Why did I cut the top shorter? Whatever. Yeah, I know. I have to wash my hair. I haven't washed it today. So sometimes I just don't care about the hair and just wash my body because I know I'm going to cover it anyway. It's very, very thin. Yeah, but I just hacked it. I chopped it all off. So many options. Shave it. Maybe, eh? I don't have clippers. Salah, nothing. I'm not with Salah. He doesn't care. Shave it all off. I'm gonna, yeah. That's why I started cutting it. But I need trimmers and all this other shit. I just want to shave it. I'm tired of it. No, I'm never doing OF. I just randomly cut, sitting here, just like that. I was fed up with I'm getting ready to shave it. You got a notification? And ta-da! Everyone, round of applause for Stinkerbell. Tracy, I have to look at it. It's awful. No, he was always the same. And actually, he sent me a message. I
guess that was another lie that you manufactured while you were sitting in Kuwait, because you used to tell everybody about how luxurious and beautiful your hair was growing underneath your hijab, and that, just how jealous everybody would be. In order to perpetuate that lie, you spent some of your Beezers donation money on those ridiculous hair extensions that you had somebody put in your hair. that you had done before you decided to show up on camera, which lasted for no length of time. So who knows how much you spent on that? And you just should just sit there in a scarf, girl, since you didn't take your hormone treatments. And so you probably, got some, you just didn't get you didn't take care of it like everything else with your health. I mean, when you've got things like having a hysterectomy early in life like that, in order not to get this potential hair loss, you needed to stay on your estrogen, Chantel. You needed to stay on that medication. And until for quite probably maybe for the remainder of your life, in order to keep certain things in check in your female area. And this is the effect of it. I don't think you're never gonna get that hair back unless you have hair plugs put in. And you certainly don't have the money for, addressing hair loss.
He like messages asking if I'm okay. Like he's worried about me because of what happened and stuff. That's what number one thing I loved about his love language was how caring he was.
Oh yeah, right. Okay.
That's it. I don't know about that. I don't know. Your mama, will he buy me a scooter and a computer? I'm just joking.
Jesus. No, you're not joking, Chantel.
Shave that hair. If you're bald, you still need a hijab. Guys.
You're not joking.
Oh, here's Fuego. She put it on my wallet. It's an offering. Do you think
Chantel is not joking? She wants her Beezers to spend whatever they got. If they got some extra cash in hand, send it to her PayPal.
If I should like keep throwing it?
But she got money. But she gonna take yours.
Fuego. You like Fuego?
She's still got a plan for the next few months.
Here. I think you look like a 40-year-old man. So that's okay. I don't want a partner. Maybe. Are you usually live this late? Set a super chat goal? I can't. Oh, and shave it on live, yeah. What's this? I'm trying to sneak a kiss.
Super chat goal.
So
yeah,
many hair
give yourself
sprinkles.
more.
What? I have none. Why are you bringing me Fuego when you know I think it's so funny? Why? You're a good girl. Good girl. Yay, everybody make a big deal. Hey, girl, look at what you did. Wow. That's amazing. Good job. Oh. You're calling her baby girl.
So
let's call her. Yes, baby girl. Okay, we're going to call her.
It's a real pretty cat. This is such a pretty cat. And she deserves so much better than Chantel. I'm so scared that cat's going to burn its paws in that hot oven or not getting a proper diet. And it's a real pretty kitty cat. Real sweet. Just and then having to beg from this. I mean, she's just a really, it's exhausting human being.
Stinker Bell, baby girl, BG13. Fuego.
I'm
you brought me your Fuego.
Chantel exhausts me.
What's this? This is her only mission in life, imagine. She's 4 months, and this is her mission, to catch this little bag and bring it to me. Oh. We have to ignore her. We can't give her praise. She has to learn to bring it. It's kind of bouncy, yeah. Where's Fuego? It's on my foot. You need to bring it. Don't put it on my feet. Bring it over here. I'm usually myself. You know what I mean? No. Silver Saw is a troll. Look at my baby bird hair. Stinker Bell. Hi, Stinker Bell. Oh, Stinker. I miss Julia. No, I haven't spoken to the aunties. No, I hope they're all doing well over there. I've gotten some updates on...
Julia couldn't stand you. I don't know why you're talking about Julia. That cat hated you, Chantel. If that cat could have had red lasers, beams of hate, evaporate you in your shisha position, the cat would have sent it. That cat just did not jive with you, Chantel. I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's some pictures and stuff video from Independence Day over there. Very nice. And then Julia can be playful, yes, very playful, but she's different a bit in personality, similar and different. Like, I think they would get along well, actually, personality-wise. But I got a video of him taking her in the car, her crying in the car, going to the vet, and there was like a cage in the vet office with a mom cat and all her kittens, and I'm like, oh, I felt bad.
Oh, okay. This sounds like a dry bag. Do you really think Salah's out there taking Julia to the vets? Drop a 1 in the chat if you believe that story. Drop a 2 if that sounds like a lie.
You're her family now. She's providing for you. Are you providing a freaking Fuego? Hey, that is the cutest thing ever. And she brings me her favorite blue ball sometimes too. No, why would I be worried about someone's judgments? Julia loves bread. I want to bring her here. That would be nice, but no, I'm not going back to Syria. Oh my gosh, look at this. I'm just really comfortable. I don't even care how I look, honestly.
You think he
Strawberries.
did? You think
They're
he's
like,
taking
they
her?
cannot afford it.
I mean, it'd be great if he does. I mean, if he's actually taking her, but I just think that everything that Chantel does is a beg. I just, but if he's being a good, responsible cat owner, I would be grateful for that. But I just feel like she just throws these things out to get money from her audience, because if she said that he sent her this video, but if we're not seeing it and she's not uploading it and sharing it, which is not a difficult thing to do, then it's not, in my mind, a true story. It's just another Chantel dry bag to get people to think they're going to get money to potentially help Julia's care in Syria. So I think she's talking out her backside. That's my thought. Because she's just a known liar.
Anything, okay? They can afford to send me rent money. What about you?
Well, yeah.
His cousin's wife's wedding.
Yeah, he's
Oof.
definitely
Have
the
people been up
more
to shave their head?
conscientious. I think he is definitely a more conscientious individual than Chantel. And I think that I'm glad they had the cat fixed. That's the one thing I know. At least the cat is, fixed, and that's going to keep her probably closer to home and less likely to wander, and her have less opportunities to have anything happen to her. I would like to think that Salah is updating her vaccines and so forth. But since Chantel said that he sent her a video and all this, and she's not sharing it, I would think that is a good likelihood, just having reacted to all these types of creators over the years, that she's probably lying, because otherwise she definitely would want to share that video in order to beg out as much money from her Beezers as possible. And so to me, most of what she says, like she talked about going to therapy. There's no talk about her therapy session. Nobody seemed to even ask. It's like it disappeared. It's just all, she just makes stuff up to have conversation, because she don't really have conversation. I don't think she's getting that much information from Salah, to be honest.
Guys, payday loans.
That's
Oh, yeah,
my
those are
thoughts.
bad. No, never again. Stay put, it'll pan out. Yeah, inshallah. Can only hope. Shut up, Strokes. Salah's wedding when he finally marries.
Well, that's true. And that's, he did seem to. So I'm hopefully, like I said, we can only hope that it's a true story, and that, and we, at least we do know he did take Julia. He didn't just abandon her, and he does seem to have, but he seems to have family, and they do take care of cats very well. It seems Salah and his family do so much more than Chantel does, but we just don't know. I'm just saying that I think that's a story for Chantel to get money out of her audience, because she's on the 12 days of Griftmas. She needs to get money because she's been demonetized, Mrs. Muerta. Though I would agree, Salah was definitely the better cat parent than Foodie would ever be.
Are you crazy? I wouldn't even go if it was in town. I think I'm going to fly to Syria. Let Pete's move in. He's monetized. I don't think would now, especially. No, it's BG13, baby girl. True, teardrop, right? You can't pay, we'll take it away. Pin my PayPal. I can't pin. When I get a second phone, I will be able to. 2 weeks to get rent money. 2 weeks. No, I have to pay. No, it's not true. She's blind, deaf, and dumb. No, that's a new promotion. I wish I got that one. My promotion was I got November. I had to pay the last month rent when I signed the lease, and then which was $2,200 and some or whatever, and then I think like around that, and then I had to November free, but I had to pay December. I will have to pay January. Yeah, I'm gonna try. Yeah, thank you. Go live on TikTok. Saving money is really well. Yeah. No, it's not high as a kite. I'm just very pensive right. I can see you battle. Call her.
Yeah, two things can be true at the same time. I do believe that Salah is taking good care of Julia, and we do believe that she lied about Salah sending her a video about him taking her to a vet. And two things can be true at the same time. Especially when it comes to Chantel. I just think, like, wouldn't you use it as content? Especially when you need as much content as possible that doesn't look like you're gorging yourself, Chantel.
Way to go. Yeah. I know. The problem is following budgets, Grandpa Sarah was going to say, get a job. Probably. Nothing much, Lobert. Bees on a budget. We're going to have to bees on a budget. like ask for transfers, and it's not funny.
Yeah,
Get my head.
that's a way to make sure that you're not going to get this other channel demonetized by beezing on a budget. Because it's not the beezing that's gotten you in trouble at all. Or the type of beezing that you do, Chantel, which is eat a lot of food and get pie high, sky high. We're almost there, guys. We got just a couple of minutes, so speeding up was a good idea.
It's not funny. Unless you still have this channel. Is it very funny to you that, excuse me? Okay, I'm gonna turn the camera off and the mic off, okay?
Yeah.
Strawberries, don't worry. I'm gonna be like 5 minutes maybe. I'm just
Oh, okay, because her eyes are getting redder and redder and more glassy and more glassy and more she's something kicking in. I think it was, because I think she disappears throughout these live streams and, probably eats something off camera that's not necessarily solely food based. Because her eyes, I don't think is as tired from a hard day's work, Chantel. I don't think that's why your eyes are glassy, because you just, you've been knocking out like just so much work.
go into the washroom, okay? Okay, and you don't have to follow me. No. Hotbox the bathroom. Should I use my Twitch tonight? PG-13. A one bedroom? No, I have a lease. Maybe I can go stand in like the rich areas or the areas or the richer areas and be like, excuse me, I was just wondering if there'd be any way, just this once, you could help me out with my rent. They're gonna call.
Yeah, no, that's probably not gonna happen in Ottawa, Chantel. I have a feeling that you're a very different person in public than you are on camera.
The cops on me. Can I escape from the freaking mental ward? I know it. I know how these people think. Panhandling bees. Yeah, I'll say it's legal. I'm on the sidewalk. I'm not on your property. And I'm just asking for like $500.
I don't know. What are the laws in Canada around panhandling? They obviously, YouTube doesn't have a problem with digital panhandling yet. Everyone on this platform is a digital panhandler, me included.
I'm not going to do anything. You don't know anything. We'll work for food. A fake accountant. Lionel Hutz. I think I should test out the Twitch.
She's saying things in your chat like we'll work for food and stuff, Chantel. You just don't understand. Your chat also, all of it is just going to be your demise. And I don't know how many people are going to follow you over to Twitch. I just don't see that a lot of your audience is the Twitch audience, I think you're not going to have the same. I just, you killed your TikTok. You're definitely not an Instagram hottie.
I don't like using a new platform. I want to show you guys something in the kitchen. Another content creator.
It's the easiest.
Well, what platform?
YouTube, when you get monetized and you finally can get it, and if you can break through, because there's so many channels, okay? Just tens of millions of they just deleted 20 million. It probably doesn't even make a dent in YouTube. They talked about how many people are on this platform. It's wild. I think monetized, what was it? 2 million monetized channels. And now it's 3 million monetized partners. But there's a lot more channels that are not even monetized. So that is what is so interesting. That it's that when you think of how many actual channels, how many do truly make any money at all or are monetized, it is really a small portion. And when you can delete 20 million and you still only had 3 million creator partners in 2023, that's that, and Chantel, with that gift, and I take my monetization as a gift, which is why when Sarasota Tim was striking my channel so many times fairly and not obviously understanding what fair use is and what a reaction channel is and so forth, and I had to spend a fair amount of money on an attorney, and thankfully my community supported me through that very expensive process. I think it's a gift that Chantel just decided she just took for granted. They all took it for granted because the money they got in so early and got their platforms built at a time, and then got it even more so through a time when people were at home and having more time on their hands. And a lot of people were getting assistance in order to not have to be at work. So people had a lot more money to give freely, and things and times have changed. And the one thing that hasn't kept up with it is some of these girls in Girl World. You know, Glitters and Lasers, she's like a whole class of her own. She's never going to worry. You know, she's not been affected by your channel. She's definitely done cooking videos. She's definitely done eating videos, but she has not suffered the same consequences. She pivoted her content a long time ago. She stopped doing her clothing hauls, and she just kind of has embraced the short film version of stuff that YouTube likes to put out. And that's where she pivoted, and she'll just put out her, you know, terrible weightlifting videos. My highest viewed video on my channel is my commenting about her heart rate getting high on running. My best viewed video.
Like, can I go to? No, thank you, Brenda Willis. Save your breath. I get it. That's not my point. TikTok Live? I don't want to be an engineer. The kid from Sandlot. Yes. Bill Lieber era. Rumble, turning a prop. You don't get paid for TikTok when you're a kid. I'm going to test out the Twitch. Do I need the Twitch? Yeah, because what if something happens to this channel? And it probably will. So, what was I going to say? Do you think I need the Twitch? It takes time. All right. Okay. Does anyone have the link for the... Or I'll put it on my community post. Go check out my community tab on Foodie Beauty.
Oh,
okay.
I mean, she can't even bother to get her own links out there. Her poor mods, one sitting with no heat, have to put her begging links down below. Absolutely insanity. All right, Chantel, we're going to have Judge Mathis put a judicial decision on what he thinks about what's going on with your content.
Side of your head. Okay. Go ahead. So you drive back there. What happened? She bought.
Oh, we're going to have to start again, guys. I'm so sorry. Let's start from the beginning.
No. I simply asked. I said, I wish I could have this drive back. Well, I mean, how is You know what that is. Well, all right, what it is, what it is. Yeah, somebody with you who has a couple dollars and you looking at something you want. I wish I had. I wish I had this. And you look up the side of your head. Go ahead. So you drive back there. What happened? She bought.
Yeah, just like the Beezers buy it every time. Chantel just sitting there dry begging, handout, asking for handouts, asking for money. And I'm just going to ask that if you haven't had a chance to get into the poll that we had, to do so before I close the poll. And if you haven't had a chance to give us a like, to do that. Because it's a free way to support the channel. And I really do appreciate you being here with me today. I know there's so many other channels covering this Girl World saga. And so just being here and hearing my perspective and joining me today is something that I really do truly appreciate. So 44 votes. I'm pretty proud with that because I don't have the audience I used to have in Girl World. So I'll take that on a Saturday before Christmas. See, I'm grateful for what I get, Chantel. Let's see. So do you believe Chantel has money saved for rent? And we'll tap her Beezers first. 48% said yes. So yeah, they think you got money in hand, Chantel, and you're asking for more. 43% said no, that they don't think she has any money saved. And 9% say she just really needs the help, guys. It doesn't matter which way. I just got here. Oh my gosh. No, Patricia, I'm just finishing up. You'll have to catch us on the replay. Junebug is sound asleep. I'll have to hide your comment. Junebug is sound asleep on the couch. I just had to give her a bath this afternoon, and I've got to get on with some schoolwork that I need to get done before the end of the day and get ready because my week starts for my job tomorrow. So I have to go to my 9 to 5 job, or 8 to 5, 8 to 4, I should say, job tomorrow. And but I will be back covering Chantel because as we know, she's on the 12 days of Griftmas. My next video I'll be putting out for ViBeMas Day 14 will be covering probably Sarasota Tim. I don't know if I'll be going live because I got a lot of projects, or am I just going to try to put out a video? I don't know. I got a lot of schoolwork that I've really got to get done. So I'm going to say good night, everybody. I appreciate it. If you haven't had a chance to hit me up on the likes. Make sure you do so. Thank you, Sammy, my moderator. Thank you for Angel of Glass, who also popped in as a moderator. For Catherine, who stopped in, and for Mrs. Muerta for the generous super chat. I just want to thank you all because I know you take your time and I appreciate it. And we will just keep watching Chantel live in delusion because she just doesn't seem to understand the direction of the platform. She doesn't want to keep up with the times, and she just kind of wants to sort of stay where she's at. And I think all of us start to understand that you do have to grow, you have to develop your channel and your content. So yeah, make sure you catch us on the next one, Patricia. I'm so glad you found me though. And bye, and thank you all. See you on the next one. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. Be safe, be kind, and be respectful. All right, check you later. Bye.